Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Today I have the topic three best marketing strategies topic. It is a real strategy. It is a wonderful strategy from in the world. I will ask one question. Let me know in biggest company or small company how much they spend for advertising and marketing. Let me anyone tell me 5%, 2%. You can tell me.
20%.
20 to 30%.
40%.
Next.
50%.
Sorry. Okay, I will tell you. I will share my screen now. See, all the biggest companies spend the 30% of marketing and advertising. They spend the money. What the purpose they are spending means they get a good sales and like influence of the people, so that they spend the money from the 30%. Everyone knows what is the marketing, what is the opportunities, what is the solution, what is the concept, how to become a competitor, how to become a first level. They are thinking different type of protocols they have to follow. That is called everyone know the marketing. I will tell you the best marketing strategy of the biggest MNC company in our country. Okay, everyone knows that is a management, how to integration of the new things, how to deploy, how to cost cutting. Everybody knows actually. I will tell you a real story. Is a Burger King. Everyone knows that is a Burger King. Burger King is the biggest pizza and so many things is selling the Chennai all over country. Is the biggest competitor called McDonald's. Everyone knows that McDonald's is the highest competition all over world is 100 countries, 30,000 branches in all over country. But it's a Burger King solution. Burger King sales protection, everything is a little bit low. So first one is a McDonald's. How to reach Burger King became to McDonald's easy. See, it is a small example. He not spend the more than 30% or 10% or not 5% the money. Just to think different. First point, he put the command. Please buy the order from McDonald's. He going the Twitter. He's order from McDonald's, so that every people thinking why Burger King order from McDonald's. Everyone thinking why what happened? Anything is a mistake happened? No. But Burger King 2 days back said that. See, it is a now four or five competitors is there. Five competitors, biggest companies like KFC, Subway, Papa John's, Domino's, and McDonald's. See, he said that not for Burger King, not for only one company. So many companies there, so many employees are staying that company. So everyone surveying the life. So that if you are ordered from my company, I am very happy. If you are ordered from their company, their employees willing to stay the well, so that I can give the opportunities to other company. It is a Burger King. Next 2 days, the Burger King top of the company is a good reputation. Is a sales is a 27% increase for the next 2 weeks. Is the biggest changes the revolution in the market. Next one. Okay, next one in the market strategy is called everyone having the market digital wealth. We are building the 21st century, so that everyone is two competitor for the digital values, one for iPhone and Samsung Galaxy. It is the two companies of mobile industry. We have the good changes, revolution, and people how to attract the people. They are thinking different way advertising. Most actors they are putting their way. But Samsung Galaxy released 1 year back Samsung 9i Pro. So that time he thinking different. What they are, I will tell you right now. See, on the 9i Pro, he said, told like that Apple community switch to Samsung. He put the Twitter command, Apple community switch to Samsung community. Apple community switch to Samsung. He put the Twitter command, so that next all the peoples, all over well, why what happened? Samsung any procure from iPhone or iPhone procure from Samsung? They are thinking different. But Samsung told like that nine one backside one story is that Samsung thought in one country is that is called Netherlands. Netherlands having the small village is that village only for 350 people only live there. They give the Samsung 98 Pro give only for 50 peoples. Okay, so that he give the for free of delivery from the 50 phones, so that if you get the reputation that the city, small village name called Apple. So that Samsung said that Apple community switched to Samsung. It is a second biggest changes in the Samsung Galaxy. Fantastic sales, fantastic revolution of the next 6 or 7 months, biggest sales from the Samsung Galaxy. It's not just thinking, just put the command in the Twitter. So everybody thinking what happened, what happened, what happened. Next one, I will tell you the real example. He is my boss. I'm working on the same company, TCS. 1947, Ratan GRD after independence, he said that so many revolutions, so many factories are developing now. Right now, it's a 140 or 130 factories are manufacturing companies where the biggest industry and the car and the automobile, so many things is there. TCS is the biggest company in Asia. More than 4 lakhs something people are getting. If you are home, if you go and see that 3 or 4 product in the Tata product is there. Okay, like a Tata producer, I can 1947 after he will put the small changes in the industry. Why he will give the some product a new industry will started that is called Cosmo. Yeah, that is called cosmetic industry. He will plan to start the cosmetic industry. The cosmetic industry is good product, good sales. He will think every people need to reach that every people. Our because of 1947, all the girls or women, men, everybody's need to sport. Everything's plan to drive and need and clothes. So GRD, my boss, is started a new company. But everything okay, but super product manufacturing, good product, everything is okay, but sales is not there. He thinking 1.5 year, no sales, no. Why the people? Why not purchase our company? What the thinking? He thinking that level, associate level, put the import theory. Nothing happened, but sales is not there. Finally, that name called Lakshmi Cosmetic. Okay, so Lakshmi Cosmetic is not that name. That company brand name called Lakshmi Cosmetic. Finally, he got the solution that is called Lakshmi Cosmetic. Lakshmi Cosmetic means change the name. Just you change the company name Lakshmi Cosmetic to Lakshmi Cosmetic. So that the change and the production is a sales, everybody is a sales. After 6 or 7 months, you get the good profit of the company because of every Indian people thinking that is a good product, it is a high foreign company, is a good product, but same product, but name is different. Lakshmi Cosmetic to Lakshmi Cosmetic. That is this full of the our CEO, Mr. GRD Tata Ratan Tata everything. Now, thank you. Over to you.
Thank you. The second speech today will be evaluated by Division E Director, Toastmaster Joe Srinivasan. Please join me in your clapping hands as I welcome him to read the purpose statements of the target project.
Thanks a lot, DTM. Thanks a lot. Blissful evening to all the Toastmasters, especially Toastmaster Aishwarya Lakshmi, and to my guests, to our guests. Toastmaster Aishwarya Lakshmi is giving her speech 2 from project number 2 from the path Presentation Mastery. The purpose of this project is for the member to present the speech in any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to the second speech. Timer, please note. Time is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Aishwarya Lakshmi. All the best.
Thank you. Toastmaster Aishwarya Lakshmi's mentor is DTM Thomas T. Abraham. Aishwarya loves to explore and learn new things. And she says about Medley, Medley is all about encouraging each other to be the best version of themselves. Our project today is Presentation Mastery Level 1 Project 2 Speech 2 with the title, You Can't Touch It, You Can't Smell It, Yet You Want It. Guess what? You can't touch it, you can't smell it, yet you want it. Guess what? Toastmaster Aishwarya Lakshmi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sampath. Let me share my screen. Hope my screen is visible. Perfect. Okay. Some people love it. Some people hate it. Some people are amazed by it, and others who fear it. Few really understand it. It can make you super rich. It can also make you a pauper. What am I talking about? Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is a digital currency that was created in January 2009. You often see a shiny golden coin with a B in it. Don't let that fool you. Bitcoin is simply a digital only currency. There is no physical currency, no coin you can hold it in your hand. Individuals use digital wallets to store their Bitcoins. So these wallets have a unique Bitcoin address and are more secure. In 2008, Satoshi Nakamoto published the paper Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. The Bitcoin payment system is purely peer-to-peer, meaning that users are able to send and receive payments to and from anyone on the network around the world without requiring approval from any external source or authority. So this Bitcoins was invented to make financial transactions easier. Anything can access and use the Bitcoin network, and your ethnicity, gender, religion, species are completely irrelevant. This creates vast possibilities for the Internet of Things. In the future, we could see systems where self-driving taxis or Uber vehicles have their own Bitcoin wallets. The car would be sent the Bitcoins from the passenger and would not move until funds are received. The vehicle would be able to assess when it needs fuel and would use its wallet to facilitate a refill. Okay, so what you can do with Bitcoins? Number one, you can use Bitcoin to pay for goods or services. An increasing number of small merchants and large businesses are now accepting Bitcoin payments. Number two, you can trade it, trading Bitcoins for currencies like US dollars, rupees, etc. Nowadays, we have numerous websites such as Coinbase, Kraken, Binance, Gemini for trading the Bitcoins. Coinbase probably the best known Bitcoin trading platform. As you can see from my screen, this is the Coinbase, a screenshot of Coinbase website. So in this website, you can create your own account and start to trade the Bitcoins. You can sell or buy whatever you want. Okay. So like any coin, we have a coin, like any coin has two sides. Similarly, Bitcoins have both pros and cons. So pros, number one, fast and inexpensive. It only takes a few minutes to send any amount of money, regardless of the amount or the destination. Moving your money to another part of the world through your bank can be extremely expensive. But when you're done with Bitcoins, the cost is either negligible or near zero. Number two, Bitcoin is open source. Anyone can contribute in developing the Bitcoins. Its design is public. Nobody owns or controls the Bitcoins, and everyone can take part. The disadvantages. Number one, volatility. Bitcoin prices are extremely volatile, rising and falling at a rapid rate. Let me show you the live chart of Bitcoin market price. As you can see from my screen, the value of one Bitcoin is 0.01 US dollars during May 2010, which is less than the price of a price of a cup of coffee in most of the places. And during 2020 to during 2019 to 20, the price of Bitcoin ranges between 10,000 to 20,000 US dollars. Now the value of Bitcoin is 42,000 US dollars. Then moving on to the next disadvantages, risk of loss. Bitcoins are effectively gone if a hard drive crashes or a virus corrupts the records and the wallet file is corrupted. There is nothing that can be done to get it back. No one knows what will happen with Bitcoins, not even Satoshi Nakamoto. There is no mystery, there is no crystal ball. Many of the sharpest minds embrace that uncertainty, broadly agreeing that we just don't know. And perhaps that's part of the mystery. Thank you. By the way, I have some for sale. Any interest here, Modi?
You are on mute, sir.
Okay. I was just telling the previous speaker I am not a bit interested in the inner coin. The third speaker will be evaluated by Division C Director, Toastmaster Nadia Faiz. Please applaud as I invite her to read the purpose statement of the project.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. So, a very good afternoon to fellow Toastmaster, Medleyans, and well-wishers of Medley. So, my target speaker for today, Toastmaster Sundaresan Subramanian, is doing his pathway in motivational strategy. And today he'll be presenting us with his level 1 project 2 first speech. The purpose of this project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. The purpose of this speech is for the member to present the speech and finally receive the feedback. So timer, please note that the timing is 5 to 7 minutes. All the very best to you. Back to the Toastmaster today.
Thank you. The speaker, Toastmaster Sundaresan Subramanian, is a long-time friend of mine from Qatar times. So he is a Toastmaster for 19 years. He's a passionate Toastmaster, he says, for 19 years. And his mentor is yours truly. About Medley, he says, a friendly team following share and grow mantra. His project is Motivational Strategies Level 1 Project 2 Speech 1 with the title For the Sake of Others. For the sake of others, Toastmaster Sundaresan Subramanian.
Hello, am I audible? Yeah, Modi? Some people always go an extra mile for the sake of others. Let me share about few of them today with you all. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, good afternoon. Being a Toastmaster, once I was interviewing a group of Tamil people in Tamil at Gulf. It was a construction company. All the workers have come from Tamil Nadu. So happily they were answering me all the questions. Cheerfully, when I asked one question, they became emotional. I just asked, what one factor made you to come to Gulf and work at this temperature? 9 out of 10 fathers, all the Tamilians, they said, we have come here for the sake of our children and for the sake of our family. All the way we have come from our town, leaving our loved ones. I understood one thing. These fathers are going an extra mile for the sake of their children. God bless them. Once I went to my school after a long time. Believe me, I couldn't identify my school. It was in between a mini forest. When I talked with my headmaster, cheerfully he said, one of the old school student, now a landlord, every year he is donating a bag of seeds and saplings to plant. And the children happily are planting this. And that farmer, I feel, has gone an extra mile for the sake of the school students by inculcating the importance of greenery and to take care of the environmental things. God bless him. During our college days, we used to go for a breakfast to a particular canteen, roadside canteen, but well-maintained hygiene way. We used to take idli, tosha, vada, pongal, those delicious items from that old lady. Every time we used to see like a queue of laborers there and collecting food packets. Out of curiosity, when I asked that lady, she said, you're donating those food packets in the morning, and by evening when they come back, okay, they donate something for my charity. I understood this lady is going an extra mile for the sake of those laborers with a good motto that no labor should go to work with empty stomach. Another noble soul. In life, believe me, we also can go an extra mile if we are willing to do sincerely all the good things for others. Believe me, as a Toastmaster, I admire our mentors also, who always go an extra mile for the sake of their mentees. And today I want to appreciate all the role players also. They are doing this service, they are going an extra mile for the sake of all speakers and role players. Thank you, role players, speakers. Having said that, I thought, whether have I done anything like this, going an extra mile? I remember once one of my friends boarded the train to North India without knowing Hindi. He got a job, but he boarded the train. Within 24 hours, I got a frantic call that, Sundar, everybody is speaking Marathi and Hindi only here. How I can survive? I'm going to come back. I said, don't come back. Let me try something. Believe me, Toastmasters, the next 10 days, I taught him in Hindi, in telephone and by postcards, okay, spending nominal amount by 1980s, which was affordable to me. I think I have gone an extra mile helping that person to survive in that job. So, fellow Toastmasters, I like to conclude my speech saying that we can try and we can help all the people who are around us. The only thing is willingness is required. And some people always go an extra mile for the sake of others. It's a good, noble cause. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. The extra mile often leads to a mile. I am reminded in 2011, I was awarded the extra mile ribbon by the Toastmasters during the Toastmasters annual conference for something I did in 2010 and 11. Today, the fourth speech is going to be evaluated by Division G Director, Toastmaster Ashwin Chandrasekharan. Please join me in clapping with clapping hands as I invite him to read the objectives.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests, and special good afternoon to my target speaker, Toastmaster Priyadarshini. Priyadarshini is attempting her Level 1 Project 3 speech from her pathway Persuasive Influence. The project is about research and presenting. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. Timer, please note, the time is 5 to 7 minutes. All the very best, Priyadarshini. Back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much. The speaker, Toastmaster Priyadarshini, is mentored by Toastmaster Renu Narayan. Today, Toastmaster Priyadarshini is doing Persuasive Influence Path, Level 1, Project 3. The title of the speech is The Dark Secret. Toastmaster Priyadarshini is a very well-known Toastmaster in Medley. She has been quite successful on the contest stage on many occasions. She is a very regular contributor to all the different areas in a Toastmaster meeting, any role. So please join me and I welcome her to learn about the dark secret. Toastmaster Priyadarshini.
What comes to your mind when I say Shishido, Bobby Brown, and clinic? Okay, let me help you. What comes to your mind when I say Lakme, Revlon, Avon, or Oriflame?
Cosmetics.
Exactly right. I was once crazy for international brands till I got to hear the dark secret of these cosmetic products. Good afternoon to all the beautiful people present here. If you ever got a chance to use the shimmery eyeshadow, mascara, or even body wash, then you have used this in your skin regime. There is no such product which does not contain this mineral in it. I am talking about a mineral named mica. What is this mica? Mica is group of hydrous potassium aluminum silicate mineral. It is white or colorless. It is a naturally occurring mineral found in our nature. Or should I say it is the beauty dust given by our mother nature. If you have ever visited a local store and if you got to see the beauty counter, you will find various colors of products. That's when you have to know that these are mixed with something other than Mother Nature. Yes, makeup is a tool for freedom and expression. People feel confident and beautiful when they apply this makeup. But there is a hidden cost, and children are paying this hidden cost for the cosmetic products that we use. Who is stepping in to help them out? The major problem of this naturally occurring mica is where it comes from. Do you know 60% of world's mica comes from India, especially from a power-striped area such as Jharkhand and Bihar. 25% of mica comes from these areas alone. Kids lesser than 5 years of age are made to work here. They are the ones chiseling with the hammers, breaking the stones, carrying it on their heads, climbing the mine shafts. Despite the fact 1 kg of mica costs 74,000 rupees, these kids are paid less than 30 rupees every day. They do all the separation and the filtration with their bare hands. What do they get in return? They risk their life. You ask these kids if they want to work in these mines, their answer is no. They fear going to these mines. They have seen their siblings die right in front of their eyes. Sometimes the earth caves in, the dirt falls on them. Many kids are suffering from respiratory problems, asthma, skin infection, and bronchitis. Will you believe if I say 20,000 kids are working in this area alone? Lush and L'Oreal well-known international companies, when they got to know that these are the such scandals are happening behind mines, they found a replacement. And now they use synthetic fluorine. Let me tell you, it's not the makeup world which is using mica. Electronic industry is the one which uses maximum percentage of mica. 26% of mica is used by electronic industry, then followed by paints. They use 25% of mica, then followed by construction world where they use it for the dry walls. Then comes the cosmetic world where only 18% of mica is being used. So what is the solution? Should we go and close these mines? That's not an answer. There are many people working, and this has been their main source of income. Not just kids. During monsoon, even their parents work along with them. If we think of closing these mines, it is something like we are in the crossroad. If you all remember, there was something called as animal testing that used to happen earlier before any product was launched. When consumers were made aware as to what exactly is this animal testing, they demanded replacement. When they saw what is the cruelty involved during the animal testing, they fought for it, and today we don't have any such thing. Awareness is needed. What is needed today is we need to add more regularities, bring more safety measures, make better payment for this, and make sure all those companies which are using mica, they follow these rules and regulations strictly. What is your duty as a consumer then? Would you like to still continue using all the products that is being dyed with purple, blue, red, and green? Or would you like to go for something that is natural without mica in it? I hope after listening to this, there'll be at least few who will care to buy natural products. Will you agree with me, T.M. Modi?
I do. Thank you very much. Now we just finished the prepared speech sessions. As Toastmasters, we all love table topics, especially when we are not being asked the question. Okay, let me pause here because the voting panel has arrived. This is for the best speaker voting. Mr. Timer, can you name the qualified speakers? Mr. Timer, Toastmaster Muralidhar, can you name the qualified speakers?
Sure, sir. I'm mute. I'm sorry. Yeah, the qualified speakers are Aishwarya Lakshmi, Sundaresan, yes, and Priyadarshini.
Okay. Thank you very much. Please vote for the best speaker in your opinion. The panel is open. Now, I was talking about table topics. Sometimes we don't get an opportunity at all in some meetings. Maybe in 2-3 meetings we attend, we may get one chance for speaking table topics. But what prevents us by mentally doing the table topic for every topic that is posed even to the others? This is an opportunity when you attend and you are actively involved, all the topics are your topics so that you can train yourself throughout. So now we have come to that interesting table topic session. Today's session will be conducted by a volcano of laughter, DTM Guru Prasad Padmanabhan. In fact, even in evaluation, The most animated evaluations I have ever seen are by him. He is a very fully involved Toastmaster when he speaks or he evaluates or when he does any role. He was district runner-up in humorous contest. He is the first DTM produced by Medley Toastmasters. Please join me in welcoming him to conduct today's table topic session.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the day, for your nice introduction about me. Before I begin, a small disclaimer. While we are all assembled here to drill deeper into our minds and brains to excel in the areas of public speaking, my neighbor who's non-Toastmaster decided to drill deeper into the ground and he's exploring some water for his borewell. You may be hearing some nice background noise or music, whatever you call it, whenever I am speaking. Kindly bear with me. I'll try to be as loud as possible. Dear Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters meeting is not an event, not a time pass. It's a lifetime experience. My respected, one of my personal mentors, DTM Nina Jan, used to tell us, there's no point in being a Toastmasters, being in Toastmasters, unless you take back the lessons you learned in Toastmasters into your daily life, in your personal, social, and professional life. Only when you take them back and apply, the purpose of you growing in Toastmasters makes meaningful. Today, I am trying to give you a different kind of an experience in the table topic session. So what do we normally understand by table topics? This is a situation where all of a sudden you need to think about the question posed to you or a topic given to you and immediately cook up something or prepare a response in the form of a table topic speech of 2 to 3 minutes. So today, I am going to make you even think to identify the topic. I'm not going to give you a direct topic because it so happens that you're in a meeting, you're in a call, you're in a discussion. The other person, whatever he has communicated to you, makes no sense to you at all. Suddenly something comes up and you are expected to understand what was told to you and then respond to that. Today's table topic is all going to be sort of riddles. I'll be showing a riddle and giving you a second or two to respond to that riddle. Timer will not count your response to the riddle. Then based on the answer of that riddle, the answer to the riddle is your topic. It could be an object, it could be a person, it could be an event, it could be something. That is your topic, and choosing that as a topic, you can deliver whatever you want. Stay with me, enjoy the whole session. I had requested multiple times in the chat window to asking all the guests to prefix their names or guests. I see one name. Kindly, if you're a guest, kindly click the 3 buttons over your video image. There is a button called rename. Click it and prefix your name with GUEST _ for my convenience to identify and call you for the most easy questions. Otherwise I'll assume you to be a Toastmaster and I'll pick you up for the most difficult questions in my list. Come on, enough of scaring you off. Shall we jump into the topics? My first invitee is the untiring table topic speaker in Medley, Toastmaster Venkatesan. Are you ready, Toastmaster Venkatesan?
Yes, table topic master, go ahead.
This is my question to you. I have seas with no water, coasts with no sand, towns without people, and mountains without land. What am I?
Thank you for the nice topic, table topic master.
First, I'm not given a topic. First, you have to tell me what is the topic.
It's totally
empty. A question. Sorry?
Empty.
I didn't get you.
EMPTY, empty.
I'm sorry, that's not the answer. The answer is a map. It's a map. This is your topic. Go ahead.
Thank you for the nice topic, topic master, Guru Prasad. Map. When I see this map, my mind is thinking about that. Sorry to introduce about the country name. China produced map at the time of Doklam. 1.5 years back, they put extra near Arunachal Pradesh border and other things and all. One of my friend is working as a colonel, and he was explaining about that, how they are doing all these things. Like some country, Nepal, some 1 year back, they have laid map like border of that Nepal is extended, and they are saying that like individuals, human beings, they used to say that if they get extra 1 feet or 2 feet, either in the flat or in the plot, they'll be happy. But this is individual mind. But think about the world, the country, the big country, one of the superpower, second superpower, China is doing like this. And the smallest country, Nepal, hill station, mount station, everything is there. They're also doing like this. We were discussing about this map thing. Later, life is not blissful always for everyone. Some people are greedy, either in the land or in money or any other thing. If they want to go to the extra mile, like Toastmaster Sundaresan was talking about that, they should help others and then get a feeling of happiness. What do you think about my map in my mind, Temori?
Thank you for mapping your thoughts to suit the topic given to you. I am moving on to my next invitee, Toastmaster Kannan. Are you there? Could you please come in, Toastmaster Kannan? I saw your name.
Yeah, he's a guest. He's a guest.
Oh, I saw the name a minute ago. Guest Kannan, could you please come online? Could you unmute and say yes?
Yeah, yes.
Thank you, Kannan. I hope you are able to see my screen.
Yeah, I can.
The question for you is, what is a 5-letter word in English that becomes shorter when you increase the length by adding 2 letters to it?
Short.
No, the question is asked to the speaker, not to others.
Sorry.
Yeah, he spoke. Yeah, he told the answer. Short.
Yeah. This is your topic, Kannan. You can talk about short in whatever way you like.
Short.
You can talk about being short, being tall, buying a shorts, whatever you like.
2 letters.
Yeah. Short. Yesterday I ordered the shorts, like shorts for regular use, but I ordered something, but it became a shorter. So I ordered the size is 30, but it's not suitable for me. This is short, become shorter. Yeah, that's it.
Wow. I can empathize you. I had a similar situation. Where I became the other person who had to use the unusable thing delivered to us. Okay, moving on to the next topic. Next invitee, may I invite Toastmaster Shankar Govindaraj?
Yeah, Guru.
Well, your question is: a man died of old age on his 25th birthday. How is this possible?
Okay. Yeah, man.
A man dies of old age on his 25th birthday.
His name is 25.
A man dies of his old age. I'm sorry, the answer is his birthday
29th
was
February.
February. So could you please talk about 29th February or leap year, whatever you can choose.
Okay. So leap year. So everyone knew that leap year, it's often comes in once in every 4 years. So for easy identifications, whenever the numbers are divided by 4, that would part of the leap year. So one of my reportees was in the previous organizations. Her name is Aishwarya. she was born in 29th of February. So since that was the first time so she joined in our company, we want to celebrate such a birthday gift to her. Then we when she entered the office, what we did that we have switch off all the light, and for a minute she was surprised, and she didn't know what to do that, and she was little scared about what is happening around her. Then after some point of time when the lights on, she was blissful. And when the kind of atmosphere we established at the office, that was a remarkable experience. And I think she told on the day, I think that was one of the best the birthday celebrations which happened on 29th February. So whenever the 29th of February comes, she called me and asked, sir, that was the perfect and a blissful the occasions which happened in your life, and you made it. Thank you so much, sir. That was her expressions. Over to you, TT Master.
Thank you, Shankar, for making February 29 not only unique, but also nostalgic. Now, as my next speaker, may I invite Toastmaster Subhashini? Could you please come in?
Yes.
Oops. You started staggering even before announcing the topic. I think there's a bad. Okay, let us move to the question for you. It is always coming, but never arrives. Do you have
It is always coming, but never arrives. Okay.
No problem. The answer is tomorrow, and that's your topic.
Okay, while tomorrow plays a very important role in all of our life, because we always look forward for tomorrow to do all the work, because we are all, pros in procrastination. But all that we have to understand is the truth, and all that we have is today and now. That's the power of now, which we actually a lot of times doesn't realize. While we always are ready, and all the time in every occasion, we always want to, put it for the next hour or the next day. So tomorrow is something that's not very particularly there. So in that way, it never arrives. Sometimes, we have some plans for tomorrow, and there could be a possibility that, we would have felt better that, we have done it today. So I guess it's very important that all of us understand the power of now and stop procrastinating and live the life with this moment that is right in our hands. I guess that's my take on this topic. Thank you, sir.
Wow, nice thoughts on them. Thank you very much. Now, may I invite guest Om Kumar to be my next target? Guest Om Kumar.
Was it?
Om Kumar, are you a foodie by chance?
Kind of.
Okay, here is your question. What is the thing you buy to eat but never eat? No issues. I'll give you the answer. They are the cutleries. Would you please talk about cutleries?
Yeah, when I look at these cutleries, I feel like eating a lot, but I have taken a resolution from past 2 to 3 years. I need to be in diet to maintain my weight and health. So it's always mouth-watering to see these cutleries, but still keeping my health in mind, I just want to put a tab on my desire. And it's always blissful to keep a tab on our desires. Yeah, thank you. That's me.
Oh, thank you. Nice for bringing your experience of foodies and combining them with cutleries. For me, it also makes me think of the theme of today's meeting. Eat food when cutlery shines. Moving on to the next invitee for my session, I would like to invite Tejas. Tejas, could you please come online?
Yes, sir. 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 Hello.
Yeah, Tejas, here is the question for you. What can you hold in your right hand, but not in your left hand?
My pen, sir.
Your what?
Pen.
Your pen. So you cannot hold your pen in your left hand?
I mean, I can't write, sir. My left hand. I'm right-handed.
No, please watch my question. What can you hold in your right hand, but not in your left hand? Anyway, this is not important. The topic is important. It is your left hand.
Sir.
Do you have any experience about being a lefty or any experience of moving with the people on
No,
left?
sir, nothing, sir.
Talk something about left hand.
What do I say?
Or talk something about left, or talk something about hand.
Okay, like left.
Or whatever is left in your mind.
Left is like the, what do I say? Right and left are the like directions which we show when you cross the road or when you go on the street. While moving on a bus or a car, we show our right hand to indicate that we are moving to the right side of the road. We show our left hand to indicate that we are turning left, and we elongate our hand to show that other people to stop on the road without moving. And both the left hand and right hand has 5 fingers in the human body, whereas dogs have 4 fingers. They have a paw, unlike humans. And whereas ducks, they don't have fingers. They have webbed feet. They use that to swim in water, and they don't have. In fact, they don't have hands. They have feathers on their hind legs, and they have webbed feet on their forelegs. I guess so, if I'm not wrong. Am I right, sir? Yeah, and spiders have eight legs. They don't have hands in particular. They use that to climb walls, and they have sticky legs to climb on walls. And crabs, they have 6 legs, I guess. 6 legs. 3 on sides and front. They have 2. They have 2 long weapons to fight the predators and to tear the flesh, I guess, for their prey. And they live inside a shell. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Nice for connecting the title into your speech. That is the beauty of Toastmasters. We always want you to be on the spot, ready, and somehow connect the dots by listening to the topic. So I'm going to invite Toastmaster Atishai for the next topic. Toastmaster Atishai, please come in.
Yep, I'm available.
When you need me, you throw me away, and when you are done, you take me back. Who am I?
Fish food. Fish food, the food that we put on fishing rods.
You cannot take it back. Once thrown, it's thrown. It goes into the fish's mouth.
Frisbee, boomerang. Boomerang.
No, it comes back. You don't take it back. It comes back on its own. Sorry, we are not here to argue. The answer is anchor. So,
right.
Can you please talk about anchor?
For sure. So the picture shows an anchor that is used with ships, but I would like to talk about an anchor that is used in meetings. So for today, that would be Toastmaster Sampath sir. For the TT session, that would be our dear Guru sir, giving all of us riddles and difficult topics to talk about. The anchor is one of the most crucial components of a meeting, yet one of the most underappreciated ones, because the anchor never wins prizes, the anchor never wins ribbons, yet the anchor needs to make sure that everything takes place smoothly. The anchor needs to prepare, the anchor needs to follow up, the anchor needs to ensure that he or she is able to transfer their energy into everyone who's participating in the meeting. He needs to ensure that there's excitement that's built up. He needs to ensure that people do not get bored in the meeting. He needs to make jokes. He needs to share things. He needs to encourage people to share things. And this aspect of anchoring, I believe, is one of the most important things that we learn during Toastmasters. In Toastmasters, people focus on project speeches and prepared speeches and completing pathways. But one of the most crucial components of being a Toastmaster is being able to conduct all these meetings, to facilitate other people's speeches, and to be an anchor, to learn the art of emceeing as in mastering a ceremony. So yeah, when I see the word anchor, that is the first thought that comes to mind, which would explain why it was difficult for me to answer your riddle. Back to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you for anchoring the topic throughout your speech and connecting it
Very
to
good.
aspects of anchor. Good. I move on to my next invitee, Sendil Murugan Durai. Please come in. Could you please come in, Sendil Murugan Durai? Are you there? Oh, somehow I don't see a mic at all. Anshuma, are you a Toastmaster or a guest still? Anshuman, could you please come in? Anshuman Kailash Venkatachalam, could you please come in? I move on to Dr. T.K. Sundaram. Please, could you please come in?
Okay.
So the topic for you is, I don't have legs, but I always walk around. Who am I?
Walk around. What is that walk around? Oh my. I don't have legs.
Sir, no problem, sir. The topic is.
Yeah, walk around. Okay, shoes.
Please share your experience with shoes.
It's a wild guess, of course. It's the thing is, shoes are always fascinating. When I was in the school days, I did not wear a shoe. Even till class 11, I did not have a shoe because we lived in a village and nobody was wearing shoes at all. But when I went to college, it was actually one of the first thing which we have to learn, wear it, actually, especially in the engineering college. So, and I used to take care of my shoes very well. And because at that time it was very expensive also. But now I have so many pairs of shoes, but because of, you see, the pandemic, I could not wear them at all. So I had to actually, when I moved from Mumbai, I could not take all of them. So I had to gift it to all my servants, so many shoes, and which way they took happily because they were very new. Many of them were very new. I carried only 2 pairs of shoes now, but still I did not get a chance to wear that. So my shoes are not working at all. They are actually idling. So how can I make my shoes walk? Can you stop that epidemic now? Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you very much for taking us through your nostalgic life journey on shoes. Moving on to Toastmaster Raghunath. Please come in. Toastmaster Raghu. Are you in, Toastmaster Raghunath? Well, are you back, Anshuman? Well, I move on to Toastmaster Saravanan. Saravanan, could you please come in?
Yeah, DTM Guru. Yeah.
I am giving back to you whatever you gave back to me last week, Saravanan. So the topic here is, whoever makes it tells it not. Whoever takes it knows it not. Whoever knows it wants it not. What is it?
Secret?
Well, it is fake note, fake currency. Your experiences of handling a fake currency, could you please share with us?
Sure. Thomas Gray once mentioned, ignorance is bliss. And he also mentioned, what you don't know cannot hurt you. I don't know the answer, but it hurts me because I'm in front of you now as a table topic person. So when I hear about fake currency, I remember DTS VNS speech. So he once mentioned that in Coimbatore, like, there were some time back, there were fake currency which was going on for quite some time. And it was prevalent at that point of time. But what I see here is fake currency is something like, that is there for quite some time. And even now also I'm in Coimbatore, but I have not seen any fake currency out there nowadays. There are a lot of fake things that are going around, fake newses, fake WhatsApp forwards, but not fake currency. At least I'm not aware of those fake currency that is being distributed around. But what I see here is because of this demonetization, I believe most of the fake currency have gone out of vogue. And I'm not seeing any fake currency nowadays, but maybe it might be used somewhere around. But what is more important is there are two things in fake currency. Fake currency. Whatever it is, we should not fake ourselves. Currency is beautiful, but we should not fake ourselves and be as part of some in somebody's mind, like, we are faking something. Whatever more important here is, we have to think about what is the past, what is the present, what is the future. Maybe fake was there for quite some time, but in future it might not be there. But what is more important is being in present and don't fake anything of that sort. But given that topic, if I am getting any fake currency, I will try to see, like, why it is fake and what is the science behind that, what is the art behind that, and what is that makes something as fake. I will try to find it out. Because in YouTube and all, if you go and see, like, what is that the difference between the proper currency and the fake currency, you can see all the differences. When I see the differences, I remember something in my childhood days. In childhood days, there is something called as there is a magazine called as Kumudam, where you can see, like, what are the 6 differences between what is correct and what is wrong as such. So I remember about that. I know, like, I have gone through entire world from Coimbatore to elsewhere and all. But thanks for this nice topic. Ignorance is bliss, but what you don't know cannot hurt you. Over to the topic master.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Saran, for being honest about the topic and not fake. Toastmaster of the day, I know my target time has approached, but considering that table topic was started a bit delayed, can I have 2 more speakers, sir? TMOD, would you allow me to take 2 more speakers?
One more.
Sorry?
One more.
Okay, one more. I would like to invite distinguished Toastmaster Thomas Abraham. Please come in, sir.
Yes, sure.
This is your topic. I stay in a corner but travel around the world. I stay in a corner but travel around the world. This is your question. Sorry, not the topic.
Give up.
Okay, you are one of the few who can even understand what this is all about. This is nothing but a stamp in a mail cover. Because to today's generation have almost forgotten an envelope and a stamp on it. Could you please talk about it?
An envelope and a stamp are matters of the past for the latest generation, especially the urbanites. But my heart today is in a small place which none of you know where it is. It's called Baramukhia. Have you heard of Baramukhia? That place is celebrating. India didn't bother about this place. They don't have water. They draw water from the earth. They don't even have a tarred road. But that place has produced a potential winner, medal winner. This is a city, this is a small little town, 300 kilometers away from Assam's capital. And there was born this lady, a brave lady, an Indian lady who is ready to get India a medal at the Olympics. Her name is Lovelina. Can you have a better name? Today, my thoughts are with her. I would like all of us to, I'll get the address if I can. I would like all of you to send a best wishes card to their parents. Again, I must say this to you. She had to be quarantined because her coaches had COVID. She practiced at home, lifting gas cylinders and working in the paddy field. Then she got COVID, but she got the better of a much more accomplished Chinese boxer someone who had defeated her any number of times, showing that past just doesn't matter. The past where you were born, all the handicaps that was showered on you just doesn't matter. COVID can play its games, but you can do better than that. My heart goes out to that lady, young lady. I don't know what to say. I've been obsessed by that. You know, the deprivation, in the middle of deprivation comes guts producing results. I urge all of you to cheer for those little unheard of heroines. All the best.
Thank you very much, DTM Thomas, for your lovely message about Lovelina. With this, we are coming to the end of table topic sessions. I hope you blissfully enjoyed this whole session. These kind of experiences, please make these kind of experience, have these kind of practices in your life so that your career shines. You can make progress not only when Medley shines, when these kind of challenges come upon you, you overcome them and your whole career would shine. That is the purpose of giving these kind of tricky topics, because I underwent an experience which is similar to this very recently, where I had gone to a meeting with a particular agenda. Suddenly, the other people with whom I am supposed to talk came up with something totally ununderstandable by me. I had to make sense out of whatever they were communicating, and I had to present my agenda. Then I thought, why don't I share this experience with all our Toastmasters? Hence, I created this kind of a crazy setup. I hope you all enjoyed this. Mr. Timer, may I know who are all the eligible table topic speakers? Mr. Timer?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was on mute. Yeah, so all of them are eligible in table topic session.
That's a real appreciated news. Means this method has gone into them. Is it possible to share the poll now itself, or can I hand it over to TMOD, Sharanya? Yeah, it's there. Friends, kindly share your vote on the best table topic speaker while I hand over the session to Toastmasters of the day.
Sorry, can I share the poll again? Like I missed the name.
No problem, no problem. You can share it again. Over to you, TMOD. Thank you very much.
Thank you, DTM Guru Prasad. When you riddled our Toastmasters with your riddles, the table topics are sometimes named as questions, sometimes as poses, but today it was a riddle, series of riddles. Please vote.
I think some names are missing.
Yes, correct, sir.
Still names are missing.
I'm just trying to fix it. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, please close the poll. You can put it later anyway, even in the end.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. So now, just like table topic, evaluation is also something which you can privately keep practicing. Every time you listen to a speech, that's an opportunity for you to do an evaluation. You can make short notes of a few points and go over in your mind. And the additional benefit here is the same speeches will be evaluated. At that time, you can compare notes. So make progress while Medley shines. Keep evaluating and improve your listening and thinking skills which go along with evaluation. Now we come to the next session, the evaluation session, in which the general evaluator will present the project speech evaluations as well as the reports by the parametric evaluators as well as his own remarks about the conduct of the meeting. So again, let us welcome DTM Pata for taking over this session.
Distinguished Toastmaster Sampath, our Toastmaster of the day. We are back with the evaluation session, and remember I told you an evaluation of the speech. The speech is both a combination of art and science. So we saw the science part of things. Let's look at the artistic part of the speech. And the reason why we say artistic is because depends on each person's perceptions, how they might view a speech. And there's nothing like this is the best way to be done. There's always a room for improvement. And in Toastmasters, we love what is called as positive criticism. We learn how to find out the good things what was done in speech, as well as give gentle evaluation, gentle areas of improvement. And for our first speaker today, which would be Toastmaster Karthikeyan, we have a person who is an engineering graduate from VIT Vellore, a senior manager in HCL Technologies, an engineering leader in cloud security and networking. She has been in Toastmasters for the last 7 years and sponsored 2 clubs, a past area director, and presently serving as the division director of Fantastic Division F. Distinguished Toastmaster Vidya Bhupalan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Partha. Karthikeyan, my esteemed speaker, your speech today was a perfect fit into an informative speech category. It was very simple, and as a listener, I was able to give acknowledgement and I was able to connect with all the examples that you presented today in this speech. The conviction and the urge that you exhibited was well recognized. The information that you collected for the speech had said about the story, effort, and the homework that you have done for the speech. Also, special mention about the preparation of slides. That shows the amount of interest that you have shown towards delivering this project and meeting the project goals to a certain extent. Now, if you ask me what are the areas for improvement, I would give you a few suggestions. As it was said for the first speech, I'm still seeing scope for pacing of speech and intonations, because any speech becomes beautiful when we slow down, practice with bliss, and a very nice expressions on the face to bring out that thought from our mind, rather than pushing it to get to the end of the paragraph. So that's the first tip that I would like to give for you in today's speech. Reduce the stress-induced facial expressions. Remember, Zoom had made all of us as a face reader, and we have to be really careful about our facial expressions. And number 2 input that I would like to give to you is avoid information overload. When you said about the other 2 examples, as a listener, I was not carried away. But when you spoke about Lakshmi versus Lakshmi, it was really interesting for me to listen. So this was little recognized. So try to put this example at the first to captivate the interest of the speakers. And try to take one item, quote it, and conclude with your personal quoting to the example that you're making. This is number 2 improvement area that I would like to give to you. Overall, to sum up, your conviction was very nice. You was very simple when delivering the speech. And if I have to give you a few recommendations, I would say challenge yourself to do something that just takes you beyond your comfort zone. Fight the emotion and take the interferences from the mind and do not flight it. Remember, fight it. Thank you. Thank you. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Vidya Bhupalan. I think you hit the nail on the head when you said from the past evaluation, what was the feedback? And this is precisely the purpose of this particular project, where the speaker would try to incorporate the responses or the previous feedback given in the previous evaluation. Moving on to our next speaker, Toastmaster Aishwarya Lakshmi. To evaluate her speech, we have a person who runs his own firm. Maybe the name gives it away, Joe Sri Consulting. He's a postgraduate in mechanical engineering and management, a writer and poet in Tamil, a Toastmaster since 2013, a club sponsor and a past area director. He can speak, read and write and type in English, Tamil and Japanese as well. Konnichiwa. Presently serving as the division director of the exciting division, Division E. Toastmaster Joe Srinivasan. Gambate kudasai.
はい、ありがとうございます。
Blissful evening again to one and all present here, especially my target speaker, Toastmaster Aishwarya Lakshmi. Aishwaryam means wealth, and you know the meaning of Lakshmi. And Aishwaryam and Lakshmi talking about wealth is not a big surprise. This speech of Toastmaster Aishwarya Lakshmi involves incorporating feedback received the first time. The feedbacks were about pronunciation. This time it was very fine. And it was about the transition with, from one slide to another. In both these cases, Toastmaster Aishwarya Lakshmi had converted the not so positive feedback received last time into a plus point this time. So you have successfully completed the project with a bang, and congratulations for that. Now, as a speaker, you need some hooks to grab the attention of the audience. See, that audience attention, just gets diluted. So many things compete for the attention of the audience, in spite of their best efforts to listen. So the first hook you used was with your title. You can't touch it, you can't smell it, yet you want it. Guess what? When you put such a topic, title, we just look at it as a listener, as a part of the audience. Oh, what is this lady about to talk? So you get the first hook there. So you have one. Now, second thing I admire in you is lot of content. Yours is like Amma's curd rice, dressed affectionately for her son or daughter. So a lot of content, I admire that. And I like the wordplay you had. Lot of wordplays. You said some like it, some hate it, some get mesmerized. This three is always a magic. Not only in Toastmasters, elsewhere also. And any coin has two sides. The topic is Bitcoin. It goes well. Very good side dish. I mean only for food. Okay. So this is something I like. The wordplay I like very much. And the authority with which you spoke the topic is very fantastic, because you have gone vertically up. Then only you can get this authority. You have prepared a lot on the area. One suggestion I would like to give for improvement is you can give pauses. See, you have something called average delivery rate. You have something called average grasping rate. You give, we take. Unfortunately, average grasping rate is lesser than average delivery rate. So unless you give a pause when you do something important, it is going to be a bit difficult for us to grasp. For example, when you said price is volatile, you could have stopped there. It needs to sink into our minds. And another time is nothing could be done, not even by Satoshi Nakamoto, who is the inventor of this. Not even by Satoshi Nakamoto. A small pause could have helped a lot. So, to sum up, with your mastery over the subject matter, with your fantastic wordplay, with your hook, start with the title, and with some pauses here and there, especially on concentrated subject matter, I am sure you will rock. All the best. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Joe Srinivasan. I think, Guruba, you have another competitor for giving an animated evaluation here. Let's move on to our next speaker for today. It was Speaker Toastmaster Sundaresan. And to evaluate his speech, we have a person who is a dentist by profession, but a dancer by passion. She has been in Toastmasters for the last 4 years and hails from the first Toastmaster Club of Tamil Nadu, Chennai Toastmasters Club. A past area director and presently serving as the division director of the charismatic division, Division C. Toastmaster Nazira Fayaz, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Again, a very good afternoon to all Medleyans and my dear respected friends. Now, before we get to the actual speech that our stellar speaker has given, let me ask you all one question. They say that the grass is greener on the other side. Am I right? Show of hands? Yes? No? Okay. But don't you think that's absolutely wrong? Because grass is always green. What other color can it be? So when you give it all the basic needs that are required for, the actual grass, green is all that you get. Now, Toastmaster Sundaresan, you gave us a speech that is evergreen and you provided with all the basic needs that were required. Let's have a look. What are all those things that you have supplied us with? A strong opening. And your opening was in line with the theme throughout your message. Sorry, the other way around. Your message throughout your themed speech. So now, what was the second thing that you had? Your organization of the speech. You had an opening, a body with all the stories that you had formulated to why you should go the extra mile, followed by the actual extra mile. So with all of this, you gave us a good overview. The two commendations that I personally loved the most throughout this speech was, the first one being the factor that you roped in Toastmasters itself into going the extra mile. See, if you ask me, being in Toastmasters itself is me going the extra mile to be a better version of myself. Now, if you tell me that the extra mile in the extra mile is being a mentor to a mentee and giving them all that they require, I never thought of that. If you had told me Toastmasters, I would have thought of that first. So that was an absolutely beautiful point of view. And the last commendation that I have is being a virtual meeting. I've been attending so many meetings across the districts, across so many weeks and months. But till date, in a regular meeting, I have not found even one member stand up, use the stage and completely own it. So kudos to you on all of these things. You did a fabulous job on this. Now, like our second speaker, Toastmaster Aishwarya had told, the markets are quite volatile. So if we want to reduce our risk of loss, what are the methods that we can utilize to do so? One, you had 5 beautiful small points which you had mentioned, starting with the school, what you noticed in school, college, then the factor of how people move across, they move the extra mile for their children. Had you arranged that in chronological order in the same way, school, college, and then come to the job, there it would have built up a little more. Once you create that building, and from there, if you told us that, oh, this is the thing I did, and even in Toastmasters, even you and I do this, that would have created a stronger impact and you would have had the audience from get-go. And the second and my last recommendation that I have for you is, now that you've already taken and gone the extra mile of standing while delivering your speech, maybe half mile more you could have gone by just lifting up your screen and making sure that the camera was exactly perpendicular. So had you created that, you would have had a better connect with your audience. You are a beautiful, stellar speaker, and you gave me a hard time evaluating this. Thank you so much. Back to the general evaluator. Looking forward to your future speeches.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nazira Fiaz. Yes, you are a speaker by passion and also a dancer by passion as well. So we could see that in your evaluation. And I think you gave a very valid point that while we speak, it's very important that the camera faces us and it is perpendicular. In fact, I was thinking how to tell that, maybe lift the camera to a level, but you said just keep it perpendicular. How you do it is up to you. I think that's a very good point and an elegant way and a very elegant way to say that. Thank you so much. Let's move on to our next speaker, Toastmaster Priyadarshini's speech. To evaluate this speech, we have a person who is by profession a consultant in information technology. Yes, same blood. Gardening, history, and playing with kids are his hobbies. And in fact, he loves writing humorous speech scripts. So Guru Prasad, probably you can get in touch with him. He's a Toastmaster since 2016, and he finished his previous term as a President's Distinguished Area Director last year, and currently serving as the Division Director of the Galantic Division G. Toastmaster Ashwin Chandrasekharan, the stage is yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator Partha. Good afternoon, everyone present here. Special good afternoon to Toastmaster Priyadarshini. Before I begin, let me share my slides. 1 second. Are the slides visible? Are you able to see? What I did just now is what 90% of us fumble with whenever we have a slide show to present. This statement, let me know if the slides are visible. Let me share my slides. I've never seen anybody do this so seamlessly without uttering these sentences. Today I saw Priyadarshini as she spoke about mica. The mica slides came up so magically. When she spoke about the minds slide came up so magically. There was not even a single moment where she paused to transition or to operate the slides. I don't know how she did it, but this is something that all of us want to learn definitely. Priya, I will keep in touch with you offline and get that trick from you. With that, let me get started with other best points from your speech today. The structure itself. From that smooth slides transitioning, the overall structure of your speech itself, be it the questions that you ask to hook the audience or the problem solution approach, and finally, the way you left all of us with a question. Do you still want to use those artificial cosmetics or go natural? The structure was simply superb. It didn't feel like a research and presenting speech, which is always heavy on facts, boring data points. No, you gave us perfect data points where required, just the essential bit, but the narration was superb. We all got what you wanted to convey. And the third important thing that I liked in your speech, in fact, these are the 2 points that you asked me personally to look for. You have to sound natural and whether you created an impact on others. I'm sure you created an impact on all of us because you chose a topic which is close to all of us, especially to the ladies of our households. And definitely a startling data that you had brought in. The second is, of course, you sound natural. I already told you a lot of small areas where you appeared glued to the audience, not bothered about slide transitioning or the data points. All right. So how can you make this speech better? Are there really any points? One important item in a research and presenting speech is to bring that credibility. Yes, definitely as a speaker, you gave us the credibility. Whatever Priyadarshini told right on the face, looking at the camera, never missing the eye contact was enough credibility. But still, when it comes to data points, citing sources becomes important. Whenever you said 26% of the electronics market uses mica, or when you said 1 kg sells for 74,000 rupees, or such data points, if you could also add who said this or which credible resource had given this, would be an added advantage. Or probably towards the end, one slide showing all the references would leave us audience for further research on ourselves. So that is the first one. And that is the only important thing that I had. Also, the title, The Dark Secret. Somewhere I felt the dark secret was not explicitly involved in your speech, or you hadn't included it that much as it should have deserved to be. Let me conclude. Awesome transition, very smooth, very good structure, and you created a great impact with your research speech. Just 2 points: add references, cite the sources, and try to utilize your great title somewhere in your speech explicitly. All the very best, Priyadarshini, for future speeches. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashwin, for your evaluation of the dark secret. Yes, maybe there was a pun on the word itself on telling us, and you made sure that there was no secret in that speech. Let's move on to our next section. But before we move on, let me ask the timer for the list of qualified evaluators. Timer, can you indicate the list of qualified evaluators?
Sure, yeah, I'm just unmuting myself. Yeah. So the qualified evaluators are TTM Vidya Bhupalan and Toastmaster Nadira.
Okay. So thank you so much, timer. When the poll comes up for the list of qualified speakers, please mark for your preference for your preferred evaluator. Moving on to our tag team report. So let me call upon our counter for today, Toastmaster Satish, to give his report. Toastmaster Satish.
Yes.
Can you give us the counter report?
Yeah. So, good evening, Toastmasters. Coming to the prepared speech, Toastmaster Kartigeyan has used the and more than 5 times, and but 3 times, and so 3 times, at four times, at four times, and earth 2 times, and the repeated words like I, for, how, what, why, so not many. So these are some of the repeated words. And coming to Aishwarya Lakshmi, and overall there is not much the repeated sounds. I have noticed some of the thing like and, two, and but, one, and whom and are like 4 times, and repeated word like as, you, whatever. And coming to
Master Satish, may I request you to speak up a little bit?
Sorry?
Can you speak up a little bit? Increase your volume.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and coming to Toastmaster Sundaresan, so and is used like for 4 times, and the sounds used like twice, and repeated words like once, I, used to, every. So these are some of the repeated words. And coming to Toastmaster Priyadarshini, the interjections and sounds are not many. This mill, and the repeated words like then, ever, there, something, what. So these were some of the repeated words. And next, coming to the table topics, Toastmaster Venkatesan here used and 4 times, and the sounds are and twice, and repeated words like my, like, there, and every. So these are the words which been used. And next is Kannan. So and he has used twice, well, but. So these are all twice he has used, and sounds are, has used 4 times, and repeated words like yeah, he has used. And next, Toastmaster Shankar, here is for interjections, and he has used 5 times, but 5 times, and sounds like twice he has used, and once, and repeated words like not many, that he has used. And next, Toastmaster Subhashini, she has used and 5 times, and so like 3 times, and and like 3 times, and the repeated words like which, every, that. So it's been used. And next, Om Kumar, so he is used and 2 times, but and all 3 times, and the repeated words like which, every, that. And Atishay Jain, so and is the one thing he has used, and apart from that, it is there are other sounds are not many. The repeated words like anchor and needs. And next, Dr. Toastmaster Sundaram, he has not used many interjections except on sounds of but. Sorry, the interjections, but he has used like 5 times. And apart from the repeated words like he has used, because, actually. And so next is Toastmaster Saravanan. So he has also on the interjections part only on and but has used like 4 times. And in the sounds there is no repetitions, and the repeated words like because, actually. And next is DTM Thomas. So there is not much on interjections like and but is used twice, and in sounds he has used twice, and there is no repeated words. And the next is coming to the evaluations. DTM Vidya Gopalan, on interjection side, she has used like from and is like 5 times, and but is twice, and the sounds just once has been used for and. And for Toastmaster Joe Srinivasan, interjections side like for and is used for 4 times, and the but is used for 3 times. And the sounds, on the sounds like nouns are used once only. And the repeated words like see, as, like unless, for, it's repeated words is denoted. And next, Toastmaster Nadira Price. On interjections, like thrice has been used. And there's once sounds of noon has been used, and the repeated words like see, now, for has been used. And for Toastmaster Ashwin, and he has used price and but twice, and sounds once he has used for and repeated words like are you and whenever. Yeah. So I'll share the screen also. Let the team have a.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Satish. I request you to share the results or the report on the chat window itself.
Yeah.
A round of applause for Toastmaster Satish for helping us give a detailed report of the counter.
Can you view the screen?
Yeah, we can view the screen. You can also put it on the chat window as a attachment. It will be easier for us to refer at our own.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Let's hear from our grammarian, Toastmaster Sharanya. Can we have your report, please?
Thank you, General Evaluator. So, good afternoon, one and all again. So today, the word of the day, blissful, was used by like a lot of speakers, and so happy to announce that. And it was used by Toastmaster Parthasarathi, Toastmaster Srinivasan, Toastmaster Venkataseshan, Toastmaster Venkateshan, Toastmaster Shankar, used twice, Toastmaster Shubhashini, Toastmaster Saravanan, Distinguished Toastmaster Guru Prasad, Distinguished Toastmaster Vijay Bhupalin, and Toastmaster Joe Srinivasan. And moving on to the good usages of words, the words that were used were facilitate, volatile, crystal point, extra mile, inculcating, noble soul, remarkable, procrastination, power of now, ignorance is bliss, prevailed, showered, obsessed, deprivation, induced, incorporate, hook, grasping, concentrated subject matter, evergreen, chronological order, data points, glued to audience, credibility, and explicitly. So these were the good usages of words. It was really blissful for me because it was really an interesting meeting to hear all beautiful words. Then moving on to the recommendations that I have, like there were like two issues made in the sentence formation. So it was like so many employees is there. It is for that the alternate could have been many employees are there, and everyone thinking what happened. Instead of that, it would have been like everyone thought what happened, or else everyone wondered what made the difference. With this, I would like to hand it over to the general evaluator. Over to you.
Thanks for the neat report, Toastmaster Sharanya. A round of applause for our grammarian. Let's hear from our timer on how we did on the time. I know we are pretty close. Toastmaster Muralidhar, can you explain the role? I'm sorry, can you give us the report of the timer?
Sure. So let me share the screen and allow the readers to, just make a note, but I would read it simultaneously. So from the prepared speeches, we have, Toastmaster Aishwarya Lakshmi, it took 6 minutes, and Toastmaster Sundaresan took 5 minutes to complete, and Toastmaster Priyadarshini took 6 minutes to complete. And in table topic speakers, most of them, all of them have actually, passed. And of course, there was, during the emotional speech by Toastmaster Thomas sir, I couldn't even put a stop to, I didn't mark the end point. It was so emotional. So I give the benefit to to all of them. And of course, everybody met the time. And Venkateshan was, Toastmaster Venkateshan took 2 minutes. A guest Kannan took 1 minute. And Toastmaster Shankar took 1 minute. Toastmaster Subhashini took 1 minute. Toastmaster Om Kumar took 1 minute. Guest Tedas took 2 minutes. Toastmaster Atishay took 2 minutes. Guest TK Sundaram took 2 minutes. TM Saravanan took 2 minutes. And DTM Thomas sir took 2 minutes. And from the evaluator, DTM Vidya Bhupalan took 3 minutes, and evaluator Nadira took 3 minutes. So that's it. And if somebody wants more details, can collect it directly. And I will also post this on the chat session.
Thank you so much, Timer, Toastmaster Murlidhar, for the diligent information. And thank you so much for posting it on the chat window as well. So looking forward to that. Now it's the time for me to give my general evaluation report. We had a long and diligent list of points to consider from our sergeant at arms, but considering this is an online meeting and we wanted everything to be in place, that was a wonderful start to our meeting. We had all our role players, thanks to our Toastmaster of the Day, distinguished Toastmaster Sampath, making sure we had all a list of players and their roles in a WhatsApp group, to all of us in a WhatsApp group to ensure we are all there and we didn't lose focus on this particular meeting. We had clarity in proceedings. Each project had a particular objective, and each of these objectives were well in advance shared with the evaluators, and all the evaluators were well prepared as well. So kudos to them. In fact, they reached out to ask what was the past evaluation, what were the points that had to be considered, and how that had to be, and whether and that had to be improved, and so on. That was really good on the part of from the evaluation perspective as well. I was also glad to hear that each of the speech titles were clearly read out, and the mentors' names also were pleasantly mentioned before every speech. Now that gives a sense of pride for the speaker as well as for the mentors when they hear their names and their creations come out. On the tag team reports, I did realize that we had very detailed information from all the tag team reports. Nevertheless, there's nothing harm in having interjections. Only thing, those shouldn't be used as fillers. So only identify interjections that are used as fillers. Maybe that's something which people, speakers would want to be mindful of. And if there are very long reports, there's no harm in giving a condensed version when you give a report, and you can attach the longer version in the chat window or even after the meeting. And whenever we have the usages of the English language, the good usages of English language, please also let us know who uses good usages, because that will also give a sense of pride for every speaker. And as rightly done, for the areas of improvement, you need not give the names at all. Overall, I had a wonderful meeting today. I had enjoyed this meeting thoroughly, and I was really glad that I could tune into this particular station today, and I was glad to be part of this as well. Thank you so much for the opportunity, and hand over the control to the Toastmaster of the Day, distinguished Toastmaster Sampath.
Thank you, General Evaluator and the evaluation team. Let us give every one of ourselves a big round of applause. In the interest of time, I am cutting short one or two more points which I had. Only my request is, dear Medleyans, attend regularly, make the best, make progress while Medley shines. Now I hand over to the President, Toastmaster Ranga.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, DTM Sampath Swaminarajan, and everyone else. It's been a pleasure. It's been blissful attending this meeting. I must especially thank all the division directors, Toastmaster Nadira, DTM Vidya Bhopalan, Toastmaster Ashwin, and Toastmaster Joe Srinivasan for taking the time, as well as DTM Partha for making this a blissful and wonderful meeting and taking the time to come and be with us. It's been a wonderful learning experience for all of us. And I would just request the Zoom master to launch the poll for the best attack player, the best role player, as well as the TT session, as there was a minor glitch. So while this is going on, I would like to speak to the guests. Guest Kannan, we have already spoken to you. Guest Aishwarya or guest Om Kumar, could you give us your views? Guest Om Kumar, could you give us your view about the meeting? What do you feel?
Hello, sir. So, as you all already pointed out that I have already attended the Medley meeting 2 years back. So I always feel that it's really a good experience to be part of this group. so that I can learn and improve my communication, and I can also boost my confidence level by frequent presentations and getting some good feedback. Yeah.
Good. So we have, I think you're there in the guest group. So we'll stay in touch with you, and we'll get in touch with you based on the need, on your needs, and we hope that you have an enjoyable time. Thank you for your time, Kumar. Next, guest Anshuman, would you like to say a few words about the meeting? Guest Anshuman. And guest Kannan. We had your opinion prior to the meeting, but what do you feel after you have attended this meeting?
Yeah, it's really informative, and it's really needed for me to improve my communication skill and also the thought process. It's
very nice.
It's, yeah.
Yeah, keep attending our meetings. I'm sure there's a lot to learn. We can also learn a lot from you too.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Thank you. So I've got a couple of announcements to make. Next week, August 7th, we'll have our first business meeting of this year, where we'll be presenting our budget for the July to December term, introduce new members, and then take up other business items. On 21st of August, we will have our moments of truth. I would personally request each and every member as well as the guests to attend this moments of truth for the next 3 weeks. This will give you a perspective of as to how the meetings are conducted, and it will also give you a view as to how we can improve, if there are any situations where we can improve. And we want your feedback. It matters very much to us, and it will help us to better ourselves and improve the satisfaction level and raise our expectations as well. Are the polls or the results ready, Zoom Master?
Yes, I've shared in the chat.
Oh, so let me take a look at it. And I would personally like to acknowledge the role of the Zoom Master. A lot of work goes behind the scenes, and the Zoom Master has a lot on his or her plate. And this was done meticulously and seamlessly. Thank you very much, Ms. Sharanya, the Zoom Master, for today. Having said that, I would like to bring this meeting, I would like to adjourn this meeting with the sound of this gong. Thank you.
Oh, may we have the results? Or is it?
Oh, I'm sorry. The best speaker is
Not so fast.
Sorry?
Okay.
Not so fast, yeah. Thank you, G. Pata. The best evaluator is TM Ladira Face, our division director for C. The best speaker is Toastmaster Priyadarshini. The best tag player is Toastmaster Sharanya. The best TT speaker is DTM Thomas T. Abraham. And the best role player is DTM Guru Prasad. Big kudos to all of them. So with the sound of this gavel, I adjourn meeting number 635.